My parents were Mr. and Mrs. Bernard Everard, who had lived at Bardon Hill from the spring of 1919 that I was born. And my father came to own, manage and run the quarry at Bardon Hill. He was a civil engineer, and his father was a civil engineer before him, so that was very much in the family.
You look after the gentlemen's clothes, the parlourmaid does. Yes, you put their clothes out and put them away, and you know, when they come from the laundry, if they want mending, that you do it. There were 2 gardeners, and there was a cook, and a kitchen maid, a nurse and a nursemaid, housemaid and myself. Cook breakfast every morning of some description, either bacon and eggs or poached eggs on toast or scrambled eggs, or they were very fond of ketchup.
It was a very, very happy household, especially at Christmas, because one room in the house was gradually stocked up with presents, and definitely there was far, far more than for just the people who worked for us. And I can remember taking presents certainly to old people, and certainly to anyone who wasn't well, and I would think to nearly everyone in the village something. The church was always decorated at Christmas. We had a gardener who grew most beautiful chrysanthemums, and all the church women came and decorated the church. We had a lovely Christmas service. We had 2 huge greenhouses. One had vines and peaches in it, and the other one was for flowers. And this gardener used to love growing chrysanthemums, and he used to keep some sort of deep red, orangey colour ones always for Christmas. I'd been used to being with boys, with my brothers and their friends, and riding and playing in the garden and leading a very open-air life. And when I went away to boarding school, I didn't like it one little bit. I didn't like being with a whole lot of girls and not having such a free and easy sort of life.
Her horses was kept at Quorn, I think.
We had a big vegetable garden, so there was plenty of vegetables and always very good food, and lovely grapes straight from the greenhouse, almost warm, and peaches. And also it was a walled garden, so there was a lot of plum trees and greengage growing up against the wall, which of course helps the warmth, because it was a pretty cold place. Beginning of the war, we had 5 or 6 maids, generally 5 I think, and fairly quickly they all had to go to do war work. We were left with a cook who of course was older, but then she in fact got ill and had to leave, and so then we just had dailies from the village. And my mother, who had in fact never cooked in her life before, but she was the sort of person that if anything had to be done and she had to learn, she did. So she just bought cooking books and taught herself to cook.
I knew the work, I knew the running of the house. They always said, if you want to know anything, ask Hilda. The family did, and they still say it today.